here's part 2. We've had a very, very nice time talking about our favorite Street Fighters. Who is the streetest fighter, though, to the brand of Street Fighter? Let's find out what other characters we have in store. I don't know if we're starting on a good note, though.
No, we're starting at a low point here. Let's go straight to Nah Fam. Worst Mexican representation character ever.
The worst?
The worst.
What about his design, though?
It's a nothing design. It's not
He's
interesting.
a luchador.
Dude, I would have been very cool with the luchador, but it's a lame luchador.
What, because he doesn't have a cape?
No, listen, dude. Luchadors are cool, but it's an all-white outfit, and it's nothing stylish about it. Even if they would have made it like a silver color, like a reference to El Santo or something, that would have gotten sick. I don't know. I think El Fuerte has a lame design. I think he's got even worse character, and his thing is like, it's about as deep as... It's not deep at all. That's the problem. It's just like, I like cooking.
I almost wonder if...
Órale, amigo!
Like, obviously, luchadors have, like, these really detailed costumes. But, like, they take it off to actually wrestle.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder if they just took the impractical route because it's a video game and had him in a full decked out costume, if that would help his case. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe also making him like, I don't know, like a cooler pose or something. I like the dancing thing, but I don't know, man. I can't exactly explain to you what El Fuerte I dislike about him, but I don't like him.
Lily.
I think she's in the weaker part of the reveals in Street Fighter 6, but I like her. I mean, but I do think that she's a one and done.
Really?
I do. I don't think she's gonna come back.
You don't
after
think
this.
the Thunderfoot tribe is... They've stuck around this long with T-Hawk as their rep.
I agree, man, but I mean, do you think she's got enough fans to make another comeback? Like, they care about popularity. I like Lily, but I don't think anyone else does.
I think she has potential.
Okay. Hey, I'm down. Put her.
I think that's
potential.
literally the most generous thing I could say about her. She has potential.
Unlike this person right here, put her in.
Junie. Well, you know, I would put her above Julie though, because she has this
bangs.
She does have bangs. You got me there. But she has this relationship with Cammy.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of just she shows up more. She's talked about more. But yeah, she doesn't really contribute too much.
Yep. She's a very whatever character.
But she does her thing. She serves her purpose.
Ooh. Let's talk about our next entry into the God tier.
Dude, finally.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that Zangief is still here, but I think Akuma's a no-brainer.
I think Akuma is rivaling Ryu for the most popular Street Fighter character. He's...
When you're a crossover character, you are God tier.
You are God tier. This man is the villain. This man is the boss.
More than M. Bison, I would say.
I think so too. He is the strongest Street Fighter character. I say that without any hesitation. He is that guy. He is him.
Yeah, you could straight up put this guy in a lot of other franchises. Heck, they did it with Tekken. And it just
He
can
looks
work.
so good in that game.
And it could just work because it's Akuma.
It's Akuma. Akuma is a no-brainer for every Street Fighter game ever. He will be there. He's going to be in every single one going forward. There is no Street Fighter without Akuma.
If I had any other tier lists in front of me right now that had a God tier, if we were talking about food or shoes or anything else, Akuma would still go in God tier.
Heck yeah.
He is the God.
Yeah. Flower or not, Akuma is the best.
I do. Don't get me started about that.
I am a flower.
Lion. Alright. Here's another villain. His name is Seth. People feel indifferent about him.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason too, right? I mean, he was fun in 4. It was really cool to see him in tournaments, but outside of his gameplay, what does he bring to the table? Nothing, man.
I feel like he's kind of iconic, though. He's like more iconic than Gil.
But don't you think he's iconic for being plain?
Yes. But he still impacts the franchise.
All right. Do you think he goes into good or has potential?
Maybe good. I'd say maybe even teetering on super.
Really?
Maybe just good.
That's generous, man. I think good is fine.
I think because Street Fighter 4 was such a pivotal point for the franchise, and he was the villain, that, yeah, I think, anything that came from the 4 era just...
slaps.
It slaps. Yeah. Even if you're a plain white bald robot. But,
Yeah.
up for debate.
He was fun. I like Seth, and I think gameplay-wise, he was the most fun to watch during tournaments. I like Seth. I'm okay with putting him in good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mr. Diddles? Are you a Dudley fan?
Dude, I'm a Dudley stan, bro.
I've never heard you talk about him.
Dudley is the coolest. I mean, I know who the face of Third Strike is, but who is the drippiest? Who is the coolest? Who has the best theme?
Who
It's
wants
Dudley.
a Coke to drink or something with waffle fries?
That was good.
It's Dudley.
It's Dudley, dude. I think Dudley goes into Super.
He should just be in every Street Fighter. I don't know why he's not.
Dude, right? Bring him in every Street Fighter game. I want a remix of that theme every time. Bring it back. Bring him back. We're ready.
There's
We need
got to be
Dudley.
some good fan-made stuff out there, but I hear ya.
You can have 3 boxers. People like boxers, and they all fight really differently. I don't get the issue. What's the? Oh, we already got the other guy. Fuck the other guy. I like Balrog.
getting heated, bro.
Bring him back. Put him at the top of Super.
But we have Ed.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we lost Ed for Dudley, dude, I would do that in a minute.
They should definitely make a rivalry.
Oh, dude, yeah, you know how that starts? It starts with Balrog being in a bad mood, and it's like, ¿Qué pasa, papa? Why are you sad? He's like, I got my ass beat by Dudley. And then that's the whole thing. He goes through every Street Fighter, then he fights Dudley, and then Dudley humbles his sweet ass. I want that. I want that game. Make a Dudley game.
Exhibition match. A Dudley game.
Yeah. Put him in the end of Little Mac, dude. Put Dudley in a game. Another one. I want it.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like 90% of what we just said was personal to me.
You're so right.
So I don't know if he really goes anywhere higher than good.
It hurts me.
'Cause
it hurts me so much.
He's iconic.
Yeah,
In
but-
his imagery, in the rows, and in the boxing, but like,
Do you think he's below Aleda?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
It makes me sad. I want you guys to know if this was a favorite character list, he'd be a god. But Dudley isn't good. I can't really defend it. I'm okay with leaving him in good. Ultra.
Okay. Oh man, okay, now we're talking about Guile. I think he goes in Ultra.
Yeah. Ultra.
I think he's pretty clean. Just he goes in Ultra. You should know why.
I mean, yeah. I don't think I have to explain this.
He
If
is
you-
a main character of the franchise.
He's good, he's fun, he's great, people know him, he's in the story, he's a main character, was the main character in the cartoon. Guile's up here.
He will always come back. I feel like if we ever get into double digits for Street Fighter games, Guile will be old and he will be there.
Yep. And his hair will be even whiter. Not just white, but wider. I'm ready for it.
It's gonna need like an industrial brush for like cleaning cars or something for
Or a
his,
selfie stick brush. Yeah.
yeah, something on a long extension pole of sorts.
I like his new redesign, by the way. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I thought it was cool.
I don't like it as much, but I think it makes sense. It's still military, you know.
Yeah. Do you think it's better than what he had in 5? Because I do.
Okay, his design in 5 just is kind of silly, but I actually like that.
Really?
Like, it just seems like a dumb anime idea, but I love it. I love the shades and the tie.
To me, it felt like a costume you buy, not like a new outfit.
It really felt like he was working at a desk and someone pissed him off. And he just got up and rolled up his sleeves. It was like, all right, we're doing this.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's do the next one.
Are you sure? Because the next character is Ingrid.
Nah, fam. Easy, nah, fam.
Dude, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Listen, hear me
Don't
out.
you tell me you think she
Hear
has
me out.
potential. Okay.
I think she has potential. Because She is okay, they haven't properly done this character justice. They've distinguished that she is the god of Street Fighter, though. I think that says something, and they just need to do more with it. They tried a little tiny bit in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The story of Street Fighter Cross Tekken is that I'm pretty sure Ingrid brings Pandora's box to Earth.
What?
There was like a comic about it.
Okay.
So it's probably not canonical.
I'm pretty sure it was a meteor.
Obviously, it's a crossover game, so it's not canonical. But like they tried to bring Ingrid back here and there because she is supposed to be the god or some higher being in the Street Fighter universe. Am I a fan of making little cute girls in school outfits depicted as gods? No, it makes no sense for Street Fighter. It seems like it should be in another fighting game all entirely, but I think if they did something more with her...
What's that Magic Girl video game that revolves around lasers?
Which one?
The one that's like, it's like a really hard video game. It's basically... Toho. She looks like a Toho character, dude.
Yeah, she looks like she does not belong here. But that's because she was made by SNK developers.
Alright, man, listen, if you want to put her in Has Potential, that's fine, but I'm gonna let you know personally if you go at the very back for me.
I think they're gonna forget her, but if they did something with her to redeem her, it'd make me personally happy.
I mean, I guess I'd be surprised. I'm not asking for it, though.
Imagine, like...
Is she a McRib, Jason? I want you to ask yourself that. Is she a McRib?
I'm not sure I understand.
A McRib comes back seasonally, and when it happens, you're happy. Now, I have a question. Does she have the clout of McRib? Is she worthy of that comeback? I'm just saying, people know why we want Sean back, or why we want these other characters. We know why we want Eagle back. Why do you want Ingrid back?
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sitting? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's not like the McRib. She's like the time McDonald's did mozzarella sticks.
I didn't even know that happened.
Right? So people don't even know about Ingrid. Now, they did mozzarella sticks like once, and who doesn't like mozzarella sticks? But it never came back. But people loved it when it was there. Not that they liked Ingrid when she was there, but like...
That's a good argument.
I don't know, like, I just feel like Has Potential is where they could do something, like, someone dies...
I'm gonna shake your hand on this. I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm gonna let you know I fought for fam. I want it to be on record, but I can see your argument. I'm being a hater, but I can see your argument.
Well, you got Ken now.
God tier, right?
This is where I disagree.
What?
I also disagreed with Zangief and I gave it to you. I don't think Ken is God tier.
That is, he's like in your top 3 favorite Street Fighter characters, I think.
But it's not personal.
Wow.
Wow, listen to me. God tier is not to be reckoned with.
Okay.
God tier is like... These people have to be here when you talk about Street Fighter. I can think of a handful of times where Ken is not there because Ryu's there. And it's just like... Nothing wrong with Ken. He is one of the best characters in the franchise, so he belongs in Ultra.
Oh, wow.
I think he's like Juri. Like, he's a great, fantastic, nothing wrong with him character, but he kind of lives in the shadow of Akuma and Ryu.
Wow, I can't believe it, man. I mean...
He did not need to be in Smash. That was just an extra bonus that was really good for us.
Yeah.
But he did not need to be there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, dude. I feel winded. I'm so surprised. I'm actually... Alright, yeah.
I think we were actually kind of talking about the concept of making this video.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, dude, imagine if we did like a god top tier, and you're like, oh yeah, then like Akuma would be there and Ken, and I was like, I don't know, and you were like, all right, man, like save it for the video. Like, this is going down.
I forgot.
And then we full circle to right now.
Wow, man. All right, dude. I mean, you're making good reasons. I do feel like you can make the same arguments for Zangief for why you want him in a Mark vs. Capcom game. Mm-hmm. I can see why you wouldn't want Ken in there. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it in my brain. Akuma, Zangief need to be in Mark vs. Capcom 4. 5?
4.
4. Okay. I don't need Ken there. I'd like it.
Yeah.
I don't need him there. All right, man. Sold. Sold. Wow. Love you, Ken. Love you, baby. You'd be at the top. You'd be the top at Ultra.
Evil Ryu.
Good. Maybe even Super.
I think Super, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he's a fan favorite. He's important.
It's like
That was a whole arc for Ryu.
everyone loves an evil version of the hero, right?
Yeah. And, I mean, honestly, it's a very important part of Ryu's whole character. I don't think Ryu had much of a character in 2, except for I need to be the best fighter. I am the main character. And then the whole evil spin on it made it 1,000 times more interesting.
Especially this depiction of him.
Yeah.
Because in Evil Ryu's debut, he was just a color swap. Mm-hmm. He was just like tan Ryu.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm evil.
Which, does that mean that Akuma's not tan?
I don't know. I should. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this image of Akuma in Photoshop, and I'm gonna mess with the colors and see if I can give him like
Give him pupils.
Ryu's skin color.
Give him pupils. All right. I love Evil Ryu. I mean, do I think he's up there like with the rest of these guys as far as being cool and awesome? Probably not. But I mean, people really love Evil Ryu, and I think he's important to the franchise. I think he belongs in Super.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
Now this is Violent Ken. Reminder: Violent Ken is not Ken with the Dark Hado. He is Ken infused with psycho power.
Yep.
And I don't think he has the same sting as Evil Ryu when it comes to impacting the franchise. So I'm thinking maybe good.
Good or has potential.
Like, whenever he is talked about or showed up, people are hype beyond comprehension.
You know what? I agree with good because he has the potential to make a huge splash that's so above like that has potential too that it's a good. People want it.
People do want it.
People want it.
And the next up is Laura. I think this was a swing and a miss.
Absolutely. I think if they tried to do something with her, she could be potentially interesting. But Laura is kind of just like, what's her face? Her name? I forget her name.
Colleen.
Colleen. Like a really good concept. Should have been a major win.
Yep.
No one cares.
I think it's just the personality. I think they should have made her more serious and not like kiddish. Because then she falls into the Abigail problem where it's like, you just made the character too goofy.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Like,
She should have been like a Makoto.
Yeah, like, and Makoto's more like childish. I feel like she should have been really mature and serious.
Oh, okay.
And
You
I
mean,
would have,
like, what's her face in Tekken, the blonde? Nina Williams.
yes.
Yeah. I almost said Serena Williams, the tennis player. Yeah, I mean, dude, she's probably a Na fan, dude.
think
I'm being
so.
realistic, yeah.
Man, it's so big that I have to scroll down. Just remember God Tears up here.
Okay.
DJ.
DJ has made it to good. He would have been in, like, Na fan or has potential, but his comeback in Street Fighter 6 was so flippin' cool, man.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like, oh yeah, my music's really good. Everyone knows it, and I'm a fighter.
And it looks good, man. DJ just looks good.
Yeah, his redesign is definitely doing a lot more for him than his original design.
Well, he's based off. Who is it? The Taibo guy. Was it Billy Banks?
I don't know.
He used to do workout videos. He actually is based off someone. Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
That's it. That's all you can really say about DJ.
Yeah,
I think honestly, if you would have asked me before Street Fighter 6, I would probably would have put him in now, fam. But now, he's good.
yeah,
Good for you, DJ.
yeah. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you have anything to say about Blanca?
Dude, I mean, you might fight me on this, but I think he goes with Super. Because of how much love he got from Ono. I'm not gonna lie, he's almost the Pikachu of Street Fighter.
You know, I think I actually agree with you though.
Yeah.
Like, he's a weird character done right.
Yeah.
And they nailed that a long time ago. It's almost like, why couldn't they keep it up
Yeah.
with the weirdos?
Yeah.
Blanca, they nailed it.
They nailed it. He's good. He's iconic.
I love that he can be vicious and wild as an animal, but he's also got a soft side to him.
best friends with Dan. You gotta love that.
Yep. Another thing I've come to appreciate over time.
Yep.
Okay, well that's all we can say about Blanca then.
Love you, Blanca. You're up there.
Oh, I don't know if I have that same love for even this guy. Kage.
Kage.
He's,
You know what?
He's super evil Ryu.
Mega ultra evil Ryu.
I actually don't even know if that's accurate. I think he might even be like, oh, Ryu, he surpassed the Dark Hado, so the Dark Hado is completely separate from him and became its own being. I think that might... Once 5 lore was kind of like getting expanded, I started to fall off and things became less clear to me. But I think that's what it is. But then again, he has Ryu's headband around his neck, which I think is a terrible design choice. Absolutely terrible. That thing would just fly off. But yeah, I think he's a Nafam.
Damn. Yeah, actually.
He is like the worst Shoto concept.
He fought so much like Dan.
That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Me either, man.
Like whoever was the lead designer on Dan in 4 was probably just given this guy. It was like, this is all I know.
This is what I do. I will say this really quick before we move from Kage. I will say this. The way I've always looked at it, and I know I'm wrong. I know there's probably some better explanation, but I know I'm wrong. Akuma is Super Saiyan. Shinnecopa is Super Saiyan 2. Oni is Super Saiyan 3. Alright? And then with Kage, it goes Ryu, and then Evil Ryu is like Super Saiyan, and then Kage Super Saiyan 2. So Kage is the Shinnecopa.
Knowing you, I'm honestly surprised we've made it this far without getting a Dragon Ball Z comparison from you.
Ooh, that should be the next tier list. I would love to do a Dragon Ball tier list.
Dude, I don't know if I can hang with you with a Dragon Ball tier list, bro.
How dare you put Krillin this low? How dare you?
It would just be Krillin tier, Krillin tier, Krillin tier,
Krillin tier. And then at the very bottom, not Krillin.
Okay, Ibuki, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
Because, and like, but I don't think it feels like a character digression when they added her in 5. Like, I think in Third Strike, in Street Fighter 4, you know, she's sweet and to the point. I'm a ninja that just wants to be a normal high school ninja girl without worrying about the ninja part as much. And boy struck, love struck, and then like, and I don't know, 5 was just a weird time for Street Fighter, so like, she just became like really whiny.
Yeah.
She works for Kareen, which is cool. She like...
I like that.
I like that they made her like friends with her and stuff like that. But my heart will always go out for her in 4. I loved her in 4. I don't know if she's really going anywhere at this point.
I agree, man. I think she goes in good.
Like, she was and has potential, and then they were only able to get her to good when she could have been a lot higher.
I feel bad for Makoto because I feel like she should be next to her, but she is and has potential.
Yeah, but do you feel like, doesn't she still believe, like, is under Ibuki, though?
Yes, I do. I can't put it into words why, but I do. I think people get excited for Ibuki. I think there is half and half for Makoto.
Yeah. If it was personal, man,
Yeah, no, I get you.
it'd be completely different. A lot of this would be so different.
Going to another Final Fight character.
Lucia. Not Lucina, that's Fire Emblem with an N. Lucia.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna let you know right now. Personally, she's whatever to me. I would probably put her in not fam, but I'm gonna let you do this one because I think you have more love for this character than I do. I can see it in your eyes.
I do like anything Final Fight. Final Fight 3, which is the game she's specifically from, is actually my favorite Final Fight in the trilogy. Which is weird. Like, Maki and Lucia. See, I keep like catching myself. Lucia. They have like very little personality in those games. Heck, Cody and Guy barely had any personality in those games. Like
That happened all in alpha.
they only had so much in those old arcade games. So by the time they were put in Street Fighter games, they were like, okay, let's just like throw something on the wall and see what sticks. Let's just make Cody a bad guy. Like, sure. So like with her, they're like, oh, let's make her this cop with a thick, with 3 C's, New York accent.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's just like, and she's poor.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere with this. It was kind of surprised. Like, dang,
She's
dude.
a thick, and that's her character.
She got that thing, and we gotta talk about it.
Like they did these little details to her in 5. Like she's a cop struggling to make ends meet. Like she's constantly eating ramen. That's her thing. Even though she's a cop. Like I don't know. I don't know very many cops. I don't know if they maybe struggle with making money when they first start off or whatever. But like she's a struggling cop.
She shouldn't be. I'm just saying, if you work in Metro City underneath Cody, you should have a decent amount of money. She's lying to everyone.
Or she's being gypped. Could be that too.
Cody had to buy that comb for his hair.
Yeah.
That's where that money went.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be fine if she never came back. She was really weird to be added.
Yeah, dude. Really left field.
Like, they should have added Maki back because people like her already.
Yeah.
But I think they added her because they want people to like her too.
Yeah, and again, I mean, she was fine.
But I don't know if...
I don't need her back.
she didn't get that same response
Yeah.
as Maki. So I think it's not fam.
Not fair. I don't disagree, man. I wasn't gonna fight it if you wanted to put her higher.
I don't think she's necessarily bad, but I don't think she had any impact on Street Fighter as a brand. She's probably the weakest
Addition to 5.
Final Fight representative with Abigail, I think.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. JP is the new villain of Street Fighter until, M. Bison said, "Psych Boy."
Yep. JP.
I don't know. I think he has potential.
You know what? I was thinking, like, he's either has potential to be more interesting, or he goes into not fam.
He was a swing and a miss, but like I think that's being done intentionally. Like we haven't been given his full story yet, and that's why he's here. Because we're just waiting to see something to happen.
The only thing that's keeping this man relevant that he's good. He's a decent player to play. It's the only reason he's still being talked about. I like him.
Yeah, the Street Fighter 6 doesn't seem like the story. Like I think they want a lot of story to be DLC. They want it to be comic books. There's a new manga coming out that I really want to get. Because I can't think of the last time Street Fighter did a manga. So I'm really excited about that. Not saying that they're going to be canon. I don't know if they will or not. But yeah, I think this character, they want to do something new. And we're just waiting to see the rest.
I'm sad they didn't go more with it, man, because I'm not going to lie. He's got something about him that I like. He's got the it factor. That's why I'm not fighting you and has potential.
Psycho power, but not like... He doesn't seem like psycho.
Yeah, he
It's
seems...
psycho power, though.
He's in control, but that's why
Yeah.
he gives a really good master vibe that I like. Yeah.
JP, you're not so bad. Let's just see you do a thing.
Unlike this motherfucker right here.
Dude, let's just talk about Yang, dude. Like,
Wait, I want to say this. The idea of an Aztec god ghost is so good.
I
It's
just
so beastly.
I have said the phrase swing and a miss twice now.
Yeah.
This is like you showed up to the ball game, but you're at the wrong game.
Yeah, man.
You brought a basketball to a baseball game.
Dude, he was supposed to be the ogre of Street Fighter. He just ended up being the nothing of Street Fighter 5.
Should have not made him a monster.
Yeah.
They should have made him... I think you can't go wrong if you make him kind of stoic and serious, but instead they made him really weird. But that's the thing. I think it was kind of a JP situation where they wanted him to be a big villain, but they didn't have a story for him yet. Then why add him?
Also, if you don't know how to do the hair right, then don't give him the hair. I'm sorry, I know this is really unrelated to everything, but like his hair looks stupid, right? Like, you know why they did Jamie in this game and gave him the hair? Because he knew what to do now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm like, design matters, man. Like, it's gonna ultimately lead to your popularity.
Yeah.
It's why C. Viper fell behind Jury, and you have this really awesome idea. He could have been the Broly of Street Fighter.
There's a second comparison. Good for you.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. I don't
He
care.
could have been this berserker, animal-like, awesome, vicious character. He could have been like a more vicious Blanca introduced into Street Fighter. You know what he was? He was a nothing.
How do you feel about this? I've heard someone make this argument. Instead of have the octopus hair turn into the Super Saiyan hair, just have the Super Saiyan hair. That's his default state. That's just him. That's just his character design.
I mean, that would be cool. I would have just said give him short hair, and then when he transforms, give him the long hair. I'm cool with either.
Interesting.
I like the long hair default, though. It's a good idea.
But yeah, like you said, an Aztec warrior, I think, was like missing from Street Fighter, and
Heck
then
yeah.
they just blew it.
Yeah, man.
I have no idea how they can redeem this guy.
And I love that he's also seeking the Dark Ado. That could have been so cool, you know? But, nah, it's nothing. Mounted to nothing.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. I think his whole thing is that when the world is close to being like in danger and like to an end, he shows up.
Yeah.
But he did like kind of like stalk Ryu, so I don't know. Maybe there was a Dark Hotel thing. I can't remember. It's the Street Fighter V story. I don't know.
You and me were so excited.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, I had my cousin over and I got it, and I was like, dude, are you ready for this? And
I think you got Dragon Ball Evolution
yeah,
to not to as a bad of an extent, but I think it fits what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, put Yang in good. Am I right? Let's just call it a day. Or do you think he goes in and has potential? He's not a nah fam.
He's not a nah fam. I think he's just super overshadowed by his brother. But remember when you said that Yun is there because of Third Strike hype? Mm-hmm. I think he would also be kind of like has potential if he wasn't like the Third Strike guy.
Yeah.
I think they would both be here.
Yeah.
But Third Strike literally can do this to someone.
Literally, dude.
So, yeah, I don't really care about Yang.
Me either. He's just as good too. So it's
It's
weird.
cool that they're friends with Chun-Li,
Yeah.
but like that has no significance on her as a character.
Yeah. And let's just say he's the Luigi to Yang. Or Young.
Yeah, Young.
Yeah, sorry.
Young is Mario.
I just call it. Yeah. He's the Mario. He's the Luigi.
Man, I'm never gonna not say that now. Yang, you're just Luigi.
That's what he is, man. No offense to you Luigi players here. I'm just saying he's the ultimate number 2 in comparison to those guys.
Yeah. All right. 12.
Get him
11.
Nah, fam.
Wait, which one is this one? This is 12. 11 was a character in 5, but he was
This guy.
this guy. This is 12.
Put him in Nah, fam.
He's not fam. Not even has potential in your eyes?
Dude, to me,
He has no personality.
he has no personality. And he makes the worst noise. Just put him in Nah, fam. I don't ever have to see him again, dude.
Okay.
Didn't have to see him in 5. I was actually angry about him wasting a slot.
I think he had potential and then it didn't work. So
Yeah.
now he's here.
Yep, he's there.
What
Stay
do you-
there.
Birdie, he went in reverse.
You think? I like what they did with him. I think the over-exaggerated goofiness was cool.
Huh.
Don't be wrong, like, I think he
know.
was extra already in Alpha, which was like a good extra.
He like creeped me out in the alpha games. And I
Yeah?
thought that was cool. I was like, dang, this guy's, he's like a villain. Like he creeps me out like that. He's doing the villain thing good. But now he's just, I laugh at him. So I don't know if
But like good laugh, like not like you don't think he's like Rufus in this game in Street Fighter 5?
He is the Rufus of 5 for sure. Where do we put Rufus?
Nah, fam.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many characters now. I have to look for them.
I'm just saying, I don't think every other character in Now Fam, aside from T-Hawk, has appeared in more than one game.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
But it was like, why did they bring it back?
Because he has a cool fighting style. Dude, the chains are cool. And he's got this, like, real...
So where do you think he goes?
I think he would be at the bottom of Has Potential.
Okay, I'm okay with that. If you were going to say good, I might have thrown hands at you.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think he saved Street Fighter 5. I think Street Fighter 5 was going into like the lamest fighting game, and then he happened.
My initial thought was to put in Has Potential and like right away, but I think he's actually above that.
I think he's good. He saved Street Fighter 5 from falling into the ether of who cares.
Like, he already has potential to be above good. All they gotta do is add more.
Yep.
But they did a pretty good job with him. I actually was super angry when he was announced, because I thought he was just gonna be another joke character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after already seeing what they did to Birdie and Abigail, I was like, and now we have Abraham Lincoln. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it just didn't feel Street Fighter to me.
Bro, I kind of know what you mean, because I think he, to me personally, also felt like a Tekken character. But I'm not gonna lie, dude. When he showed up, when I saw that trailer, when I saw him just be the president of the world, I was like, whoa, I don't know why I got tingles, but I do.
That was just the opposite. I like him now. I actually love him now.
Yeah.
But I judged him by the book cover, and I was like, this is...
I love this image you have right here, bro. This is from Rose's personal deck of people right here.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
So good.
But yeah, I was just like, this is the World Warriors. I like the diversity. This just felt like so left field.
Yeah.
But he's warmed up to me. So
how about, is he Negan left field?
Dude, this Tekken's already not my thing. Like, I don't know. Like,
sorry.
I need to get educated on Tekken more. I'd like to. I'm definitely not ready to make a tier list.
Do you remember when he got announced though?
Yeah.
Yeah. The weirdest thing, I think that to me is the ultimate why ever. Okay.
Okay, here's a character I know you kind of like.
I like her a lot, man, because she has like a very hard thing to do. She is the new edgy Street Fighter character, and people are like, oh, we got Juri over here.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
It's a good thing that this isn't a personal tier list, because I'm not on the Aki boat.
Dang, man. I think she hasn't eclipsed Juri, which I think was the goal, but she's better than Fang.
Yes. But here, okay.
I know it's a low bar.
I sound like a broken record, but I feel like they should have just made her super serious. Just make her a stone cold, hardened assassin. But instead, they made her like malicious, and it's just like stealing from Juri. Like, I feel like Juri's losing identity because of it. Like, at least make them two like really good friends or something. I don't know. Like, make them the crazy pair.
A clone.
Like, why is there more crazy people now?
You know what?
At least we've been talking about the whole gender bend thing. If she was a crazy guy,
but we had him. His name was Fang, and everyone hated him.
he was just dumb, Lalo.
Yeah.
He wasn't crazy.
I like Aki. I think she has the potential to come back, so I would put her in Has Potential. But I haven't even thought of it. I think you're right. I think because she exists, she takes a little away from Juri.
I think she has potential. It's too soon to say. She is a new character.
I will say this though, I do like the creepy factor to her. Like that whole like slithering on the floor thing. It looks cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it still would have worked with a serious character. Because I don't know. I'm done. I'm done talking about this girl.
All right.
You're all right. You just You need time.
Yeah.
You need a little more time to bake in the oven, okay?
Yeah. Fermentate.
Dude, what do you think about Goken? Do you like him? Am I about to find out you don't like Goken? Because if you don't, I never knew.
I don't like Goken. I think Goken was cool in Street Fighter 4 because, you know, I had never played him before. You knew about Goken, so it was added in. You're like, oh, now I know about Goken. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. I think he's weaker. Maybe.
Dude, he's
little
done.
bit.
His story is done.
His story's done. I think he's the slightest bit more interesting than Gen, but Gen to me isn't that interesting, dude.
I don't want to put him in has potential because he's done.
Not fan.
Really?
Dude, let's just put him in not fan.
You don't even think he's a good character for being Shenlong, for being Goken that whole time. You don't think he's important to the brand
I think
their master?
If we were doing a character who wasn't a Street Fighter character that is relevant to Street Fighter, like let's say we were doing like, who's the coolest Street Fighter character that isn't in the game? It probably would have been Goken for me, but he is in the game, and his story's done. Not a fan.
Okay. Wow, this is the hugest twist for me from out of your mouth today, I must say.
Well,
nothing wrong with that.
Do you agree with me though?
Maybe it's a little bit of my bias. He's like, I think Oro is a much more well done, like, I'm a strong old hermit.
Yeah.
He's better at that than Goken.
Well, if you want to put him anywhere else, you can, but I think that's where he should be. I think he's got a great history, and I think when you finally got to play him, it was cool. But, I mean, I don't ever want to see him again.
No, I'm fine with not seeing him again, too. But, like, if he showed up as, like, a spirit along Ryu or something in, like, a cutscene or something,
Or
Come
just an isolated DLC for
That
an
would be
Akuma
cool.
story. Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel like the has potential category can be a little misleading because, in this case, his story's done.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he had potential.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's not fan.
Alright, man, I'll give it to you. I like Goken more than anyone else. Well, maybe not T-Hawk. I love T-Hawk. I like him more than anyone else.
I think he's more important than a lot of these people.
For sure. It's that, especially to Ryu and Ken's
He's
story.
Ryu and Ken's master.
He's Akuma's brother.
Yeah! That gives you something.
That gives you something. And you know what, dude? He has one thing in common with everyone else. He's only been in one game and it's not coming back, so he clawed his way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Goken. I like Goken, but I don't need him back. Alright. Bruce Lee.
Martial law.
Fei Long. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think he's also potentially. I like him because I like Bruce Lee reps.
This is why I was like, okay, we can't do this in the same day, but like, I would love to make two of these tier lists with you. Personal being the next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
He's done, right?
You know what I find interesting about Fei Long? Whenever there's a non-canon thing, like an animated something or a comic, they usually put Fei Long as like, I'm working with Chun-Li, or like me and Ryu got into a scrap and it was good.
Yeah.
Like, I think people want to do something with Fei Long, they just, Capcom and Street Fighter never officially do. So I think he's not fan.
I think he's not fam.
But, or he has potential. What do you think they could do something with him at this point? I don't know if
I
they
think
can,
if he came back, it'd be the sickest shit ever.
I don't think they can do anything with Abigail at this point. I think they might be able to do something with Fei Long.
Dude, you came up out of nowhere with a good argument. Put him in there, dude. Put him in has potential. Come on, Fei Long. You're up there. Get up there, buddy.
Oh my gosh, it's funny that some of the most popular characters, because this was like the characters were put in by random and I kind of mixed them up a little bit. We're finally getting to some like easy answers.
Chun-Li is god tier.
Yeah, remember this tier up here? I can't even, no.
Dude, you think she's good?
No. She is non-questionably in God tier.
She would be above Zangief.
Oh, yeah.
She needs to
She'd be like the number 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is God tier.
She's God tier. You can't have Street Fighter without Chun-Li. She is that person. And you know what? The way they did her in Street Fighter 6 is my favorite glow-up ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I do love it.
This is where we need to go with these Street Fighter characters. Like, I think Ryu needs to have a beard. I think Chun-Li needs to, look her age a little bit. I like aging up the characters, and I think they look cool.
Yeah, she definitely looks good. And she's filling the whole I'm teaching the next generation very... She's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
She's out there doing the thing.
And I think every time Ryu has been in a game, like crossover, I think number 2 would be Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is...
Tied with Akuma at least.
She's gonna be on the box.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I think the whole trailer for Street Fighter 5, or the preview, was just Ryu versus Chun-Li, wasn't it? Like, that was like our first little preview to what Street Fighter 5 was.
Oh,
going
yeah.
like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She is Mrs. Street Fighter.
Just Mrs. Street Fighter.
Oh, gosh. Can we skip this one?
Yeah, no, fam. You know what you did.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Ultra. I don't think we're gonna disagree here, man. Sakura's a great
I
character.
definitely don't disagree. She belongs up here. But, I mean, shoot, I wanted to at least talk about it.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. Why is she up here? She has the best story in Alpha.
Yep, she made a huge impact on that time for Street Fighter. I think she's probably the earliest version of like the gender bend trope for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And it was like case in point worked back then. So
Yeah. Let's just keep that train going.
I follow this guy. He goes by DJ Valentine on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He once made a documentary about Sakura. And he just, like, at the very end of the video, he just says, you know what? I was a kid playing Alpha, and, like, I saw Sakura, and I was like, this girl is cool and hyper and energetic and fun. And then I grew up, and so did Sakura. And, like, I was just like, dude, that's just poetry.
That got me emotional. That moved me.
Sakura is just something special to me personally. She would probably be in God tier if this was a personal tier list.
I know.
But yeah, she definitely has made a huge impact on the franchise.
Sakura is your Danabiki.
Yep.
And they're best friends. Think about that. Oh.
And Eric can be Blanca.
High five. That's good.
Eric, if you're watching this, we love you, buddy.
Yeah, we love you, man. We wish you were here.
Oh no. We're gonna argue on this one.
I think she's and has potential at best.
See, I knew this was gonna happen.
You think she's in good?
I think she's super.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Eric, I see we're talking about Eric. I want to call you your brother's name.
It's okay.
She's so important to the story.
Yeah, but she's important to the story in the back.
She's incredibly important to the story.
In the back. During winning credit scenes, during character monologues. But guess what game she's in? She's in Street Fighter 4 and no one played her. And she was important in Alpha.
Low tier God played her.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his name.
That doesn't reflect her. That doesn't reflect her and the importance of the brand. She is not has potential, dude.
Dude,
She's been in this franchise for so long.
I will compromise for good. She's not super. She don't deserve to be up there next to
You
Blanca.
think Guy is way more important to the face of Street Fighter than Rose?
Yes, for one important reason. People played him. People associate him to that game. Guy was one of the faces of Alpha. Not as much as Sakura, but Cody and Guy were there. They're like,
I don't know.
they're the yin and yang of Alpha.
I'm figuring this out more the older I get, because like sometimes I'll watch like, hey, I'm a YouTuber and I talk about the competitive scene of Street Fighter Alpha 2. Hashtag Theory Fighter. That's another guy I follow. Makes great videos. And like, Rose is the best character in that game. So like sometimes when we're like, okay, Yun, he belongs here because he's top tier, and oh, you know, frickin' this other top tier belongs here because they made an impact, whatever. Like Rose was actually that at one point. So sure, maybe we can compromise in good, but my swing of it is the lore perspective. She's got a direct connection to M. Bison.
All right, I will put her in super if you put whatever her name, Minot, in good.
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain.
That's where I'm at with
Who
it.
is more important, Rose or Minot? Well,
She's the successor, man.
yeah, but I think people like Minot more than Rose.
And there is my final reverse Uno card.
I have been humiliated. But that's,
You had a good argument there, man, but that's where I'm at with it. And you know what? I know a lot of super strong Rose fans, stands. A lot of people who play. What's the name of that anime that people love?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, the other one. Older. No.
I will let you get it.
Literally have stands.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre. I guess I didn't know this, but she's really resembles one of the character's moms. I didn't know that. But I guess she's really big.
Shoot, man, even Guile's based off of a JoJo's character.
Oh yeah, that one guy.
Yeah, dude, the only reason Minot is here because of the fan reception, I think carried. Let me make that clear. Minot is above Rose because of the fan reception. I think more people were excited to see Minot here because they were both added as DLC for 5.
Yeah.
But man, I think Rose would be high good tier, if not low super tier, just because of her importance to the story.
I can agree to that.
So,
I can agree
Rose,
with
you
that.
can hang out there for now.
For now.
Necro?
Dude, he's either has potential or not, fam.
Would you like to see him come back and then flesh out his character a bit more, or no? Because I think some Third Strike people would like to see that. More than 12, for sure.
I would go, whoa! But would I ever request it? Nah. And if they did something cool, like give him a mohawk, I'd be like, oh, cool, neat. But
He looks exactly the same, but has a mohawk?
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you could potentially make him more interesting, but yeah, I think he has more potential than the guys down there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it.
I'm so sorry, Eric, but Hakan is going in. Nah, fam.
Nah, fam.
He's done.
He doesn't even have potential.
He's done.
You don't think that maybe like Street Fighter 6 is gonna have like you play as one of his kids and they like stack on each other's shoulders or something?
Nope.
And they turn into like a giant mech?
Nope. I will bet money on it.
Okay, what if you could play as his wife?
Let's go.
You don't even think he has potential?
No, dude. Hakan, I think, was the most unpopular added character in Street Fighter 4. And Street Fighter 4 was a palooza of new awesome characters.
I think
he's below Rufus.
what happens is there's a bunch of people like your brother that are just like, I like the person no one likes. Thus, they should come back.
Yeah, but are we really going to invite the guy that thinks that Gen is the coolest character in Street Fighter to our party? No. Because he's weird and he smells like chips, alright? Sorry, man, but if you think Hakan is like iconic in any kind of way, you're delusional. He belongs down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very niche community,
Right here.
so
the
there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, honestly, on paper, he should work really well, but he didn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hakan.
And again, if this was like a personal, like, I like Hakan, he'd be in C tier, but he's not. Yeah. And to be clear, I hate Necro. I'm just being honest here. Like, I don't like that character too much, stretchy arm guy up there. But the truth is, I think he has potential. Hakan, he's dead. He's dead to the franchise. He's never coming back. Yeah.
If you had her wife, though, his wife, though, I would buy it.
Yeah, I'd play that game.
I think Urien's super.
Yeah. I'm not going to debate it. He's cool. I like him way more than Gil. I think he has the personality of the villain you want. And even though he has this goofy-ass design where he's only wearing a thong, he's still intimidating.
Yeah.
Like, he's cool, he's got a great power, he's fun to play, he feels aggressive.
It's interesting when you can convey all that with so little.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I do like him more than Gil. And I like what they did with him in 5.
He's the villain of Third Strike, man. Come on.
Feels like he should be, right?
Yeah.
I do like me some Urian. I think
Urian's
Super, I think that's fitting for him.
Yeah. I mean,
Competitively, story-wise, I think he fits
yeah.
right there.
And you know what? When he made an appearance in 5, it was a splash. People got excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people had a splash with Zeku, though?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. The thing is, I'm indifferent, but there are people who live and die by this character. And then there are people, like, who don't really care. So I'm going to leave this up to you, man. I have no opinion.
I think the people that would die with this character is pretty, like, 10-90. Like, 10%
Really?
versus... I don't know, like, even, like, any content I've seen online, I do not see people really crazy about Zeku as a character. He does impact the whole, like...
Strider thing?
Yeah, because he's affiliated with Final Fight, which takes place like in the beginning of the life of Street Fighter, and he also has this connection to like potentially the distant future. I think I personally love that. Maybe has potential.
Yeah, I'll put him there. The thing is, I don't think it's out of the question for him to come back. So I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my favorite Bushin Ryu character. She's coming up. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what I don't know if they'll bring him back necessarily, but I think he kind of lays out potential.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
He goes in the has potential category.
For sure.
Do you mind if I take this one?
Yes, I want you to. Go ahead, man. This is your guy.
Oh, dude. Like, it was so much different as a kid because I saw Ryu on the character select screen of Alpha 2, which was my first Street Fighter game on the Super Nintendo. And I was like, I want to play this guy because he's a ninja. And Ryu has just been my guy, like, since the beginning. And it's sad because he's usually not very good. Luckily, he was really good in 4 when I was, like, really taking Street Fighter seriously. But the older I've gotten, the more hate I've heard towards him. Because, like, he's very bland. Like, he lives to fight and that's it. And I just want to say a couple things on that.
Yeah.
Because some people love him and some people see him as how I just described. This is my thoughts on Ryu. I really want to do this character justice and just lay my cards on the table for Ryu.
Okay.
First off, just to get the silliness out of the way, when some of the most famous characters in the gaming world are characters like Mario and Link, I don't see them having very much more character than Ryu.
I'm not.
Because I think that's a intentional design choice. You make them not very characterized so that way you can kind of imprint onto them. Ryu, not as much. He definitely has character. He talks, unlike some of the other characters I just said. He has this whole fleshed out story, and sure, he lives for the fight. That's all he's about. That's all he cares about. Besides, like, his loved ones. That is kind of generic. But it also feels the most relatable to me. Because I love my family. And I feel like the whole concept of friendship is going to be present in any media. Like, that's something we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Now, with just Ryu's story of the Dark Hado, he has temptation in his life of like, hey man, we've got an easy out here. Like, all you need to do is the wrong thing morally, and you have like an easy way to success. If all you care about is to the fight and winning and getting stronger and beating opponents, you have like this right here that's so easy for you to just, like, I feel like a lot of us would probably give in to that temptation.
For sure.
And that's not Ryu. He rather work for it and do the morally right thing. So, as cheesy and corny as it sounds, I had a really bad day at work today.
Mm-hmm.
I was venting to you about that a little bit earlier. I think Ryu is honestly a really good example of like, yeah, I could totally just take the easy way out in other aspects of my life here and there, at work or with family or this or that projects.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryu really is like, but why don't we do things the right way? And it's gonna take a little bit more work. And that's almost reflective on his gameplay. Like, there are characters almost always better than him in the games that he's in.
Yeah.
But if you actually take the time to learn the fundamentals and just play like that base game that revolves around him, you could feel really rewarded for taking some wins.
Yeah. It's also, to me, like the ultimate training wheels character.
Mm-hmm.
You want to learn Street Fighter, you pick Ryu.
You pick this guy.
Yeah.
He'll show you the way, and he's obviously made more appearances. Terry Bogart's trying to catch up, but Ryu is the crossover god. Clearly, I'm putting him in God, but is there something you'd like to say about our man here?
He's iconic, obviously, but Street Fighter, Ryu isn't just Mr. Street Fighter, he is Mr. Fighting Game.
Yeah. It goes past Street Fighter.
He's transcended just Street Fighter. He is the fighting game rep. You think fighting games, you think Ryu. You think platforms, you think Mario. And even though you have your favorites, like maybe you're a Guilty Gear guy, and if you like platforms, maybe you're a Mega Man guy, but you know who the face is. Fighting games, it's Ryu. Platforms, it's Mario. I have nothing but love for the guy, and people need to put respect on his name. That's all I got to say about Ryu.
Beautifully said.
High five.
Okay. Charlie Nash.
I think he's in good.
He's a good character.
Man, I feel like we went through the most emotional thing right now, and then we're like, Charlie, yeah, he's good.
That's it, yeah. I don't really know if I have much to say about him. Like, I wanted him to be so much more in 5. Like, I don't want to turn this into a rant on 5 now.
We've done this too. We've talked about this.
We have, offline, we have talked about this, but yeah, I like Charlie.
Me too.
He's a good character.
He has a cool moveset in 5.
He is not Guile in iconicness, if that's a word, but he is good to have around.
Yeah.
In Street Fighter.
Yeah. And he's just cool looking, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you talk about cool side characters, everyone thinks Charlie looks cool.
Yeah. Very, very impractical. I think if I saw someone quite like this in real life, I'd have more questions than answers. Mm-hmm. But for a 90s Capcom character, Charlie nails it.
Yeah. You know what I think they should have done with his hair? Phoenix Wright. Right? That's how you fix that.
Or at least seeing like a little comic dub, like made by a fan of them, like going to the same like barber or something.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Charlie's good.
Charlie's good. DiCaprio though?
Dude, the thing is, like, I don't care if she comes back, but I think she has the potential to come back. What do you think? She's Cammy's rival.
Yeah, I don't think she's a bad character. But is she though?
Nah, fam, but I mean, I do think she's gonna make some sort of appearance again.
Yeah. This one's tough.
Hey, if you say nah, fam, I won't fight you.
She's the best doll.
Yeah.
But that's it's almost solely because of the resemblance to Cammy,
Yeah. Aren't these sisters?
I think.
Yeah.
But like Cammy's not even, she's like a genetically made person. So can you even say that? Like, is that even real science?
I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna keep her here.
Yeah. Like, if I thought she was a one and done, she'd be enough, man. But I do think she's gonna come back somehow.
Yeah, she always kind of comes back, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're at a character that you were excited to talk about for a while now.
I think if you're gonna do something with Bushin Ryu and you're gonna go different, I think
This is how you do it.
this is how you do it.
They nailed it with
They
Kimberly.
absolutely nailed it. Out of Luke, out of Jamie, out of all the new reps, Kimberly,
She kind of
was-
comes out on top.
she comes out on top, hands down. Like, some characters have nothing to go off of, like Manon and Marissa. If we have some sort of legacy character and you want to do her, but do her new, it's Kimberly. Like, better than Jamie, better than Luke. She's so cool.
Is she a super?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah. I would be sad if she didn't come back. Kimberly's cool. I think she should stay. I think she should be the new Bushin Ryu face. If they put Guy's DLC or Maki's DLC for Kimberly, I'm so excited. I don't care who you pick, but like I think it should be Kimberly first now.
Yeah. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, they did the whole expanding really well.
Yeah.
I have to give them credit for that.
I was really ready for a new Ninja too, man. So I was really happy it was Kimberly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Rolento.
Me too.
I think he's a silly character done right. We kind of talked about that a little bit before.
Put him in good, bro.
I think he's good.
He's good, man.
He's a good character.
Yeah. Hope we see more of him, and that's probably the nicest thing you can say. I hope you come back.
We've got a little bit of military in here, and he's like evil military.
Yeah, he's got spinning batons.
Yeah.
And he's sort of friends with... Is it canon that he's friends with Ibuki? Or is that just Tekken?
I think that
Ex-Tekken.
was just that game.
Okay. Damn. Alright, before we... I just want to say this. I thought this character was the guy. I thought he was cool. I thought everyone loved him.
You thought he was going to be the new Alex, right?
Yeah, and then I found out from everybody that they hated him. And I was like, what? I feel like I'm sad because Eric loves Hakan and was surprised that no one liked Hakan. I liked Abel and was very surprised that Abel was not liked by anyone. I thought he had a cool fighting style. I thought he was really cool in the opening. And no one likes him. And they don't want to put him back.
I'm almost leaning on has potential because I still think with his relations with Guile and Cammy and the fact that he's actually another like host body for Bison, and
We got like 3 females and 1 guy.
well, I think Seth was supposed to be another body, or I don't know if he was just supposed to be his own entity that copies other fighters, but Abel is related to Seth. He's related to a lot of characters in the plot,
Yeah.
and I'd like to see them do him justice. They could have in 5, and they didn't.
Yep.
So
He was the boss, right? Didn't you have to fight him?
when
When you're at the Kansuki mansion or when you're at the Shadowloo base.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
He was like undercover.
He was in a cutscene during on that stage, but you don't fight him.
Oh, okay.
He's actually wearing Shadowloo attire, and you fight Shadowloo goons that wear the exact same thing. So that's probably what you're thinking of. I want to see Abel have his moment.
Me too. Just put him in.
Oh, we're moving on?
Yeah, put him in Super. I hate this character with a passion. I hate him so much, but he's coming back. People like him. He's the future.
I feel
he's
like
now.
any new fan probably loves Luke. Would probably put him up here.
Yeah.
Maybe even here.
Yeah.
Personally, and between you and I think he goes here.
Yeah, dude, that's why I said put him in Super, because that's where he goes, but I hate this guy.
Oh man, I didn't know it was this hardcore.
Don't like him. I think he's got a cool fighting style, but man, I hate this design. I don't know what it is. Man, but he's got the same thing that Ed has. There's something not there, man. The thing is, like, on paper, I should like this character.
I don't love him. I don't think I've given him a fair shot yet. I think it's because he's practically a Shoto in gameplay, but just so much better. And it almost makes my whole Ryu speech, like, pathetic.
But do you see what I'm saying? And they're like, you want to know what it is, man? Like, we want to make it easier Shoto for new fans to come in, which is why Ed exists. So you have these, like, really good, easy characters for people who don't want to learn how to play the real in-game, bro. It's Street Fighter on easy mode. And don't get me wrong, they're cool, they're new, they bring something to the table. It's just, it makes me angry.
I will say, I hope Ed and Luke become some kind of rivals.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's already a thing, I don't think so. But to see, like, two young, blonde, boxing versus MMA, like, hothead kids, I think would be really cool.
They're gonna end up dating.
Or that might happen.
Yeah. Do you think his design would be better if he had shoes? Like big gym shoes?
Huh. I don't know. Maybe, but Capcom wouldn't do it. The main character...
He needs to be shoeless?
Yeah.
Alex wasn't.
Gave Alex shoes, though.
Yeah.
But he didn't work. Luke did.
The answer is
Jury, she worked.
Oh, dang.
You never give him shoes.
Alright, so I want you guys to know we're trying to be really fair here. Like, I think we both... If I had to put him in a personal list, he'd be a D tier. Maybe F. Personally. Logan Paul looking motherfucker. Anyway.
That's for another time. Ooh! Rainbow Mika, dude.
I think she goes for Dudley. She's good.
Yeah.
She had her time to shine.
Gosh, I wish this was a personal tier list.
I love Artika. She's cool, man. And you made her so good in 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good for her.
Yeah.
Cammy?
Ultra, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. That's enough.
Chun-Li is Mrs. Street Fighter, but if Chun-Li's buddy, Vice President Mrs. Street Fighter, it's Cammy.
It's totally Cammy.
Love Cammy.
Oni? Importance to the brand.
I mean, dude, he's probably right next to Kage, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He's so like this is probably the highest.
Nah, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. I get why you put Shinakuma where he is. I just don't think Oni deserves to be next
Oni
to that.
didn't get that same clout as Shinakuma. Otherwise, Oni would be showing up a bunch. But
Yeah.
he's straight up just a what if.
Yeah.
And he's great,
Yeah.
but I don't think he really is the face of Street Fighter.
No. He's a cool boss in Azura's Wrath. That's what he is.
We're almost at the end here, man.
Alright, me personally, I think you gotta put this guy right next to a guy. Right next to him. Because that's where he belongs. He had a progression. Oh, you want to put him in Ultra?
Dude, I think he might be Ultra.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He's had like more character development than like any character in the franchise, I think.
Yeah, started from the bottom, now he here.
Straight up.
Wow. Alright, man. Dude, I ain't gonna fight
He
you.
originally was from another game, made his way into this. He had a glow up after a downfall,
Yeah.
and it was all good.
And he's relevant, dude. Like, Cody's gonna be around. And he's cool.
Like, he could have been the main character of a Street Fighter.
Yes. I mean, wasn't Final Fight supposed to be Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of like maybe before 5. This was something good that came out of 5. I will not say that about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But Cody though, I think that kind of pushed up a little bit to Ultra.
Yeah.
I think.
I hope he comes back and has like a slightly cooler design though. I know I like the mayor thing, but I feel like him, Charlie, and another character all have the same face. So now that we have like these really cool new expressive like faces, I really hope to do something interesting with Cody.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I think a scar down the middle of his face would have done it for me. I think that was the last thing I needed.
I definitely think he's above Guy, though, which is why I wanted to put him here.
Yeah, man.
Well, Lalo, we've made it to the final character, which is Hugo.
Good, right? He's good.
Is he a good character?
Yeah, he's a beloved grappler. You know, I think he's as interesting and as cool as Dudley. That's where I would put him.
I'm trying to think if I agree with you. I don't think he really... It's teetering on has potential and good.
I mean, how about this? If you put him in good, at the very end of good, you get that little square cleared up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There we go.
So, okay, this is the last thing I want to say.
Alright.
I just want us to look over this and do any final revisions.
Yeah.
The very first one I want to say.
It's Geef. We need to put him in Ultra.
Thank you.
But I will say this. I think I'm right on one big aspect. You will see, like, and I think it's important to think about Marvel vs. Capcom. Who you need to have in that game, and the fact that Geef needs to be in Marvel vs. Capcom is important.
But so does Jury now. So I think this makes sense.
Fine. I agree with you because I'm not going to lie, he stood out and that's why he's going down.
Do you think Bison should still be in God tier?
Yes.
Because initially I think these three are no-brainers and this one's up for debate.
You really think Bison shouldn't be in God tier?
I think God tier is God tier because it's like these three are always going to be in something that has the name Street Fighter affiliated with it. I can think of some Street Fighter things where this guy isn't there. But these three are always there in one way or another.
I mean, he's only not in Third Strike, man. Like, he wasn't... I don't think he was supposed to be in 6 and he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, man. If you're gonna put him in Ultra, can you at least put him next to his buddies?
Okay.
Thank you. Right there.
I like this. I mean, this is like...
This makes sense.
This is actually correct. All of this is like up for debate. I feel like this is actually correct.
Alright. Then we should keep that trend going down.
Well, I'm not trying to get people to fight me in the comments, Lalo. Let's see. Is Vega Ultra, though? Remember I was talking about how he kind of has, like, the least amount of story and development? I know you like this. I know you like these four. But I feel like he's definitely weaker.
Alright. I mean, yeah.
Like, maybe if they did something with him, he'd have a comeback, but...
Can you at least go to Super?
Oh yeah. He's definitely Super.
And I'm gonna just call it out now. I love where he is, but I do think Dan should go down in Super.
Huh.
Being real, man. Like, out of everyone up there, he stands out. He's kind of funny. I love Dan Hibiki, guys. Like, he's my favorite character.
This hurts.
Yeah, he's got a great, rich history, but I know who... I look at the Ultra tier list over there, and Dan sticks out. I think he's good to be in Super, though.
Yeah.
He's popular enough.
Let's go down the list here. Yeah, I'm okay with Yun being there. With Third Strike hype. I mean, he was good in 4 too.
Mm-hmm.
The brothers always kind of come up with Street Fighter conversation here and there. I don't know. You still want Guy to be here?
Dude, I'll fight for that one.
You're standing with Guy? Okay.
Yeah, I think with Yun and Yang, they were like the super new cool thing for Third Strike. I think Guy and Cody were that for Alpha.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This still is bugging me.
Yeah.
Debating between Rose and Manat.
Yeah.
It's just... I'm gonna say it. I didn't want to say it, and I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all just love that sexy walk animation.
That's what it is.
Sex sells.
Yeah, it does. That's why Dan's so high up here.
Yep. He's earned it.
That's why Urian's up here, man.
Yeah, I think this is still good for the most part. Evil Ryu and Shin Akuma being up here, I think, is good. Yeah, Dan and Blanca, you know, it's good.
Yeah.
How about, speaking of good,
I'm happy with it, dude. I think E-Honda should be at the bottom of good, personally. But man, dude, if it weren't for that Street Fighter 2 cred, that man is
yeah, he's almost like, has potential or good, teeter-totter.
Yeah. But I'm good with everyone else here, man.
Let's see.
It's crazy how a design can do so much for you. Violent Ken should not be anywhere this high, but I know he needs to be here because people want this so bad.
Yeah, that's just literally what you just said is pretty much the equivalent of what you said about E-Honda. Like, he's only here, and I think DJ's here too because of, like, being World Warriors, and they always come back, so that's got to say something about them.
Yep.
Has potential. You know, I think we might have been taking Makoto face value. Like, we only said has potential because we want her to be back. Do you still feel has potential, or do you think good? Like, she's a good character?
Has potential, man. Right now, I gotta wait for it, like, some proof for her to be, like, more.
And I'm still surprised about this to this day. They held that, like, popularity contest, and Makoto won.
Oh, yeah?
So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I wonder if that kind of... Because I read the words, and shame on me, I mean, I'm the one who put this, it might have made things confusing. Has potential. I mean, everyone has potential. Ed has potential to, like, be more than what he is. But is Makoto, like, a good character?
Yeah. She's a good character. But I also think, like, most of the people down here are good characters. And I think Abel's a good character. I think Ely's a good character. I would put Makoto at the very top of has potential.
Okay, we could keep her there. How about C. Viper? Is she staying or going up one?
She's staying there because she can make a comeback. Everyone here is here because they can make a big comeback. That's what I think. I think has potential is they could be comeback kings. Yeah.
These ones are already kind of, like, have made their mark.
They have made their mark, or is, like, so hyped up for, like, a potential comeback that people are thirsty for it. That's the only reason why Ken's up there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess Makoto, like, people might love her the most, but I think it's because they really want to see her back. So being at the top of has potential makes sense.
Dude, if she comes back in Street Fighter 6, we can put her up here in the top of good if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make that revision. I'm down.
Yeah, I was debating on C. Viper going up or not.
I almost want to put the Capri in off, fam.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, none of the dolls, really?
Yeah, I think I would put her at maybe number 2 at now, fam.
And again, these aren't, like, completely, like, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Because, my gosh, we've been recording for, like, the equivalent of 3 hours.
It's good, though, man. And the thing is, like, I can keep talking about this.
Well, maybe we might go back. Maybe we'll look at this video and we'll talk about it in our free time, but... Yeah, okay, DiCaprio down 1. People weren't really happy when they added her back.
Well, alright. And you don't have to keep this in the video, but who do you think is someone you're going to think about not being higher up? Is it Makoto?
C. Viper more than Makoto.
Really?
Yeah. I think she's such a good character design. Like, Makoto is a grappler, tomboy, like... The garb is like, okay, like, I've seen that before. I can't even compare C. Viper to, like, anything.
I mean, but I can, because the thing, C. Viper has a sick, awesome design, but so does Eagle, so does Q, so does Q. That's it.
Like this, okay, Ninja
Maki.
Girl.
Yeah, Maki.
She's
Tumfa.
Sean, I'm another Shoto. I don't have a shirt. This is like Okay, the whole tie and cleavage, not very practical, but dang, you're an icon.
Yeah.
That I think that's the only case I'd make.
Yeah. Damn, dude. If Jury didn't happen, she'd be it.
Okay, well, let's say Jury wasn't a thing. Would you still keep her and has potential?
I'd put her in good.
So solely because she's here,
All right,
she stays?
You know how you said that she hurts Jury? I think Jury.
Oh, Aki?
Yeah, Aki existing hurts Jury's character. I think Jury destroyed her character for existing.
Sure,
Yeah.
but Jury's still here regardless,
Yeah, but
even with the hurt. We can keep her there. That's fine.
sorry, man. I just don't think she goes any higher.
It's fine as long as you know if it was a personal tier list, I'd probably have her in like Ultra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. If it was like a personal tier list, I'd probably put Dan, Akuma, Cody, G. Heck yeah. I love G.
Okay, final thoughts on Nafam. Do all these people belong here?
Yes, they do. Every single one of these mother flowers belong here.
Even Hakan.
Even Hakan.
Even T-Hawk, even though his other Street Fighter 2 brothers are right here.
Yeah. Being real, man.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
Yeah, dude, like, I love T-Hawk.
He just never comes back.
He doesn't come back, and no one wants him back, and it makes me sad, but it's the truth. Street Fighter 4 was going for, like, let's bring all the twos. And that's why he was there.
Do you think Sodom has potential capability?
Sure, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, most of these guys do. Remy, Sodom has potential, but, like, get him down there, man, come on. Get him down. Bring him back down.
Bring him back?
Yeah.
I think he has potential. I think they just haven't fleshed out his character, but if they did more, it could actually be a joke character done right.
Dude, he came back in Street Fighter X Tekken, I think that's it.
He wasn't. That doesn't count.
Doesn't it?
No.
Doesn't it?
Dances around in the background.
Yeah, that's more than most of these guys get.
All right, but he's going at the front.
Alright, fine. You're so salty.
I am. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Street Fighter, keep on doing your thing. We hope you have a long, healthy lifespan of a franchise. So keep on adding characters. You know, Street Fighter 5 is interesting because they added a ridiculous amount of new characters. So I'm curious, because in Street Fighter 6,
Yeah.
they're adding like, okay, a couple DLC. Aki, she was like, okay, oh, this is a new character. That's like one DLC character that's new instead of like 4 at once. Mm-hmm. And we're adding some Street Fighter 5 characters as DLC now, like Ed. But now we're adding guest characters, which I love, but that eats up a slot for these guys,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what Street Fighter does going forward. Thanks if you watched both videos. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Please feel free to leave in the comments just any personal takes, anything that you agree with strongly or strongly disagree with what we had to say here. I feel pretty good about this. Lalo, I am so happy we did this. This just seems like something we would talk about doing for a long time, and I really wanted to just make it happen.
I'm happy we did it, man. This was fun, and this doesn't feel like work. This was not tiresome. This was
I had a
just
stressful
fun.
day. I needed this.
Me too, dude.
Even though you got me a little heated, it was in a good way.
We came together when it mattered. We came together for Ryu. We came together for some of these wonderful characters.
Charlie, I'm sorry. We probably could have said more about you, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Good, right?
So yeah, Lalo, if you ever want to, we'll see if maybe we make another video on different terms like character designs or personal favorites. We can do that. Maybe I'll do that with some other folks in my life. We'll see. But thanks again for coming out. You can find Lalo at his channel that he may or may not make someday at Pop Drop and Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
And
I got lots of interesting videos there. I still do a lot of ice plunge challenges, even though it's not really a thing anymore. I have a really cool extensive kite review thing going on where there's just a bunch of different kites I talk about.
it's kind of whatever you're feeling is kind of what your channel's about.
Yeah, I video record on a potato, so it takes a while for me to upload. But if you can find me, you know, you would have found the Loch Ness Monster. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
All right, peace.
Peace.